Hi, my name is Amanda Mercado, and I am a virtual content specialist working with the Division of Multilingual Learners and Arriba la Lectura. Today, I'm going to show you how you can add a NearPod activity to a first grade lesson. So you want to begin by accessing TeachHub using your atschools.nyc.gov email address. And then you're going to select Elementary School Drive. And I am going to show you a grade 1, week 1, day 2 lesson. So keep in mind, all of the lessons should be taught in sequence. So I am currently looking again at a grade 1, week 1, day 2, lesson 2B. So lesson 2 was broken up. 2A was a vocabulary, and 2B is going to be more of a poetry lesson and analyzing the elements of poetry. So this is the lesson that has been created. The enhanced lesson was created by the Division of Multilingual Learners. It's in view only, so we definitely want to make a copy of the entire presentation. And then I'm going to name it. Today I'm going to add a draw tool. So I'm just going to name it draw. And then I want to close out of the view only lesson. Okay. So now we have the lesson here. And after reviewing all of the teacher directions, the sequencing, the objectives, I'm going to take you directly to the slide where I want to add the activity. Okay, here we are. Okay, so as I mentioned, in this lesson, the students are going to be analyzing different elements of poetry. So the teacher-facing directions down here will tell you that this is the conectar y enseñar part of the lesson. So, después de la lectura, guíe a los niños para que analicen los elementos de la poesía en el cuento. Explique que los poetas usan las palabras de distintas maneras para que el texto sea interesante y divertido de leer o escuchar. ¿Qué palabras riman? ¿Qué sonidos finales tienen estas palabras? Dibuja o escribe las palabras. So I think that this is an excellent segue into getting into the NearPod activity. We're asking the students to draw. We're asking the students to identify the final sounds. So in a remote setting, that could be very challenging. So I'm going to show you how you can do this. You're going to select add-ons. And I have NearPod add-ons already here. If you don't, you're going to select Get Add-ons. And you are going to install NearPod for Google Slides. Once installing that, you'll be able to add your activities. So I'm going to go ahead and open NearPod. And what I'm going to do is a draw it activity. So now I'm going to go back to the teacher directions. And again, this slide has the text that the students will be using. So the question is, ¿qué palabras riman? And then, ¿qué sonidos finales tienen estas palabras? So I think this would be a nice question because the students could easily draw the sound, and then you could have the students draw a picture on the next slide. So I just copied the question and I pasted it right in. So now, while I'm teaching the lesson, the students can draw the letter sounds. And this, we want to make sure is on the last. Okay, very good. So we want to make sure that this draw it comes up right after the question. Okay, good. Now we can look at, okay, this following direction right here. Dibuja y escribe las palabras. Escribe el sonido final que rima. So with these questions, the students can access, they can draw the words, they can draw the sounds. So now I'm going to move on to the other slide. And let's see if we want to add another Draw It tool. And keep in mind, when you are working on NearPod, you are driving the students' screens. So you can hold them on one particular section or an activity. And then when they complete that, you can move the slide if you are launching the lesson live. Okay, so here we have another activity where the students are going to, again, write the sounds that they hear. So the teacher-facing direction says, la pregunta es, ¿qué patrón de sonido oyen? Explique que repite los mismos sonidos al principio de las palabras se llama aliteración. So now we could ask the students here to also write out, draw out the sounds that they hear. So I copied the question, and right here I'm going to paste the question and save it. Okay, good. So now, most important step, you have to save and go to NearPod. Okay, so now it's saving in NearPod. And that'll take just a few minutes because it is taking the entire Google Slides presentation and it's putting it in the NearPod format with the activities. If you are teaching this lesson, I would recommend taking out the teacher-facing slides before you save the lesson because you don't want to save it to NearPod when it's not ready to present to the children. So you definitely want to remove, for example, the darker facing slides here up to slide 9 because those are for the teacher. Okay, so now the lesson has saved in NearPod, and here's where you have the options of launching it live. If you are on a Google Meet or a Zoom Meet, I would recommend launching it live because you can see the students' work as you are going along. Or if you would like, you can also select the option of student paste. So now I'm going to quickly show you a preview of what the lesson looks like with the add-ons. And again, these are the slides you would have removed because they are not for the students. The white slides are for the students. So the activity was later on. Okay, here we go. So this is what the students are going to see when they join the lesson. And NearPod gives you the two options of joining the lesson live or assigning the link and having the students work at their own pace. So with these tools here, the students can jot down, they could rate a letter sound, right? What was the final sound? In this, they can also erase. They can select different colors. So this is a really nice tool. Here's the delete. You can erase this, delete the drawing, and you can start again. So it gives the students a more hands-on approach, and also the teacher can monitor the students' work. And that was the second question. So you have a lot of options when using NearPod. I just wanted to show you how you can make this lesson a bit more interactive. You can use this as a check for understanding to see if the students are able to identify the ending sounds and if they are able to write the letters properly. So this is a wonderful tool that can elevate this lesson. So I hope you enjoyed learning about this NearPod add-on. And again, if you want to launch it live, you would just select this option here. It gives you a join code. You can link it with your Google Classroom. You can email it. So you have many different options on how you want to use this. Thank you for watching.